Okay, so we have our subtools with proper subdivision levels. Off camera, in between some sessions here at the event, I sculpted a little bit of detail here on the back, and this is really just a lot of standard brush. I just boop, I added some, I subtracted some. So very quick things that once you have your subdivision levels set up, I would highly recommend just going through and adding these little details. Though a little bit goes a long way, and it'll give your texture something to grab onto. Now that you know how to use ZBrush, you can take advantage of the fact that you can get some cool details out of it. Be subtle, add some, erase some. So that's all I did there. And once you have these assets or all these individual pieces sculpted, I did the same up here on the pommel. I just kind of worked the model a little bit. Once you have it all sculpted up and you have your subdivision level set, we are going to do a process called decimation. I don't know if I set these to apply, so I just went in there and checked and made sure that they had their subdivision levels. They were not dynamically subdivided. Teeth, I'm pretty sure they're all good to go down there. So we have our sword here. Every subtool is not dynamic subdivisions. It has subdivision levels. And now we need to do decimation. Decimation is an incredibly powerful tool, and it's located here in Z plugins. So scroll up to the top. Yours may look a little different, but click Z plugin, drag it off to the side here, and we are going to find Decimation Master. It's ordered alphabetically, so it's about towards the top. Click on Decimation Master, and you're going to see some options. I'm going to give myself a little quick save here, so I can always go back to this. But what I want to press here is, we're not going to mess with any of these options quite yet. I want to show you what it is we're going to be actually doing. So with my sword here, I'm just going to press Shift F so you can see the wireframe. We'll zoom in a little bit. Zoom in a little bit like that. Zoom out so you can kind of see the density. And then now I'm going to press pre-process all. First button, we have to pre-process. It's going to pre-compute all visual subtools, and then you can see how you'd like to lower the poly count. So we're going to pre-process all, yes. It's going to think. It's going to give you a little progress bar here at the top, and this might run for a little bit. I may speed it up. I may just stop talking while it goes, so you can see that this process is not instantaneous by any means. The faster your computer is, generally the faster it will be. This is on my HP ho-hum work laptop, so you do not need to have a expensive machine for decimation to work whatsoever. It goes pretty quick. And yep, operation completed. Time taken 35 seconds. And then now, before I decimate all, we're just going to decimate current here. You see that? It jumped from looking like this to going up to looking like that. It triangulated the mesh where there's a lack of detail and maintained the detail on regions of the model where it needed more poly counts. So it dynamically retopologizes the mesh to support all the existing detail on the object. And if you notice, it also got rid of my color information. And so sad, but no big deal. We persevere. So we have our decimated model here. I would say that this, let's take a look. And we can go down to our tool menu, hover over the blade, and you'll see the poly count. So before decimation, we had 1.2 million polygons. After decimation, I hover over it again. We drop that all the way down to 400,000. 480,000. That is a big reduction. Approximately 20%, give or take. And that is in line with what the percent of the decimation was. Now, what I like to do is I like to not move the percent of decimation because I'm not good at math. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm some math whiz. But what I will do is I will decimate it once, and then I can pre-process the current. And then I can decimate the current again. And boom, look at that. Now we got some real reduction here. We dropped down from 480,000 to 96,000. This, we can take this into Substance Painter and texture with it. And that is the exact workflow that we are going to go over. So now what we want to do is we want to press Control D a couple times. We're going to go back to right before our decimation. Remember how I said pre-process all? You can go individually and do pre-process current, decimate current. That's fine. What I suggest is pre-processing all and then decimating all. It's going to take a second to think. But now, every object, even my handles, have been reduced because previously they were quadded out. Now they're triangular looking.